Welcome to the Daily Coffee Pro by Map It Forward, friends. Today on the podcast, I would like to have a quick chat with you, being that the video version of the podcast comes out on Election Day here in the US. So if you're listening to this came out yesterday, and so we're looking at this as election season this year. And I wanted to share a story with you that a coffee professional shared with me, someone who's respected in the coffee industry, and I thought it was a great shift in looking at things that I wanted to share with you. And it's around the idea of having the privilege to leave. This was a coffee professional who had reached out to me to congratulate me on my decision to head back to Australia and to tell me that he and his family had been thinking of leaving the US over the last couple of years. And this year, everything that's been going on in 2020 had really made him want to hit the trigger on doing that and just leaving. And he's a white American-born man, and he has lived in America all his life, but done lots of travel, and realized that he wanted to move his family outside of America because he saw that lots of trouble was coming. And somebody in his sphere, whether it be an employee, I can't remember who he said, had turned around and challenged him on that decision. And it really made him think. And the way that they challenged him was to say, what a privileged position you come from, where you can just leave when things get hard. And he was sharing this with me, and it really gave me a great insight into what I think is a really great turning point in the way that we're all starting to look at different problems and our responsibility to address those problems. He made the decision to stay. He believes that that person did him a service and his family a service by recognizing that he needs to be a part of coming up with a solution and working within his community to better the situation in his community and in America. So they chose to stay and to weather whatever it is that's coming. You know, we're looking at a whole bunch of stuff that's coming as a result of this election result. From the extremes of nothing, it's going to be, business as usual, all the way through to all-out civil war. So he has decided that whatever the consequence, and he is on the belief that it's probably going to get really ugly, whatever it is, they're going to stay and be a part of the solution. And that made me really hopeful for the challenges that we're experiencing as an industry and as a world when it comes to all the things that are constantly looking more and more doom and gloom, and how we participate in being a part of our role in how things move forward in all of the challenges that we're experiencing, whether it be in our businesses, in our industry, in our local communities, or in our countries. And I wanted to share that story with you very quickly as kind of a hopeful option that for those who believe that things are just dire and nothing's going to change, and none of the pain that we're all going through to elevate people's understanding of the oppression that exists and the things that are broken. It's not true. Things are changing. People are starting to think. People are starting to take responsibility. And I think it's important that we highlight that even though we most likely have some incredibly challenging times ahead, there are people who are willing to take responsibility and be a part of the solution when previously they wouldn't have. And I hope that as we enter these challenging times, that brings you some hope. Please make sure that you vote today. If you are second guessing it and you are living here in the US and you think that your vote isn't going to count, it is. On more levels than you can understand, it will count. Peace, love, and peanut butter, friends. Use your voice. Have an amazing rest of your day.